So the difference between the three models of Flow Blue is as follows. I'm going to start with a fully optioned one because, value for money and functionality, I think it's going to be the most popular. Yeah. One of the problems we wanted to solve with pure water systems was how heavy they are and the risk of somebody actually doing damage to their back. And then once you do that, you're no longer a window cleaner. So what we did is we engineered these rails onto this roll cage, and they're nylon runners, so they won't do any damage to your vehicle. And of course, they won't do any damage to the Flow Blue. So we think that's a really nice touch as far as from a safety point of view with pure water systems. And most importantly, it won't do any damage to you. If we follow the water through Flow Blue as a 4-stage filter, then you'll see we have the small sediment filter at the base. Now, it's small, convenient, and you'll change it frequently. That's fine. They're very cheap filters. Then in the second filter, we have the carbon filter. Now you'll see it actually mounted here in the middle range one. And these are granular carbon. So it means that there's no impact on your flow rate, right? So if you have the block carbons, then obviously the water's got to try and get through the block, right? So granulated carbon is the way to go. Then it goes through the RO membrane. So this one is a single 40-40 zero pressure membrane. So we get the maximum flow rate under all low pressure conditions. And then you'll see the white canister on the front. That's a canister of DI resin. So that's your polish. Now, actually, you'll see this little loop down the bottom, the blue loop hose. That's because you can actually run the system RO only. If your TDS is, let's say 100 through to 150 and you want an RO system, then you can get spot-free water directly from the RO only mode with Flow Blue. If you want TDS 000 water, then you'll connect this loop hose from the RO only out to the DI in, and then you'll connect your hose to your pole to the DI water out, the pure water out, fitting down the bottom here. Now remember, if you're running 2 reached brushes, you're going to need quite a volume of water. So the chances are you're going to need to put a pump in front of the Flow Blue, but that's easy enough. You can get those at Ace Hardware or Northern Tools or at your local pump supplier. To get the most out of any RO system, there's data that you need. You need to know the temperature of the water, you need to know the pressure that you're operating under, and of course you need to know the TDS, in particular TDS out, to know that the water is spot free. So these 3 gauges are available on the fully optioned version and on the gauges version of Flow Blue. The temperature of water significantly changes the performance of all ROs. The water at 77 degrees will have a double the volume, double the flow rate of pure water compared to water at 39 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's 25 and 4 in Celsius, right? So you'll find often people come out of winter and the groundwater is really, really cold and then they think their RO system doesn't work. So the temperature is critical. The last meter is the most obvious, and that's TDS. Now TDS tells you how many minerals in the water. How much minerals are in the water will tell you whether it leaves a spot or not, as a guide, actually. I mean, the best spot-free meter in the world is the human eye. So you can read the TDS of the water coming into your system and the TDS of the water coming out of your system and have confidence that it's spot-free water while you're cleaning windows. So in summary, for the fully optioned Flow Blue, you've got a robust system that is going to be safer for you lifting it on and off your vehicle. It's got all the gauges that you need, and it has zero pressure membrane for the maximum flow rate for any pressure conditions that you're under. So we feel that if you have the affordability, this is definitely the best option to go for. However, if you don't have that affordability, or you're kind of gentle with your tools, you're an owner-operator, or you want to leave the Flow Blue on your vehicle, then you could look at the gauges version. Now the gauges version they're all exactly the same as from a filtration point of view, but the gauges version has the pressure gauge, the temperature gauge, and the TDS meter, and it's made from aluminum, which then makes it lighter for you as an operator. We've gone back to plastic wheels, but we've left for you the ability to run 2 poles off the one system if you've got enough pressure. Now the bare bones is actually me fulfilling a promise. At the beginning of 2019, I said I was going to release a 40-40 filter system at $990. So since then, we have the tariffs between China and America. We have increased shipping. So these things cost like the true cost of shipping is close to $500, right? If we use FedEx or whatever like that. So our shipping is going to be subsidized to $199, all right? So the bare bones is going to be carbon steel. That means not aluminum. And it's got very basic wheels, and you can only use one pole off it, no gauges, right? But we've cut it down. It's a real filter. It's got the same membrane. All the parts are the same. So we haven't cut any quality out of it. We've just cut it back to the bare bones of what is a 40/40 filter system for you. And if affordability is everything, or you're really not going to use it very often, for example, you might live in a city, but you do some jobs where people have got well water. So you say, I had a 40/40, I'd be able to save some DI money or whatever. There could be 1,000 reasons why you just want a 990 version. That'll be it. Carbon steel, basic wheels, one pole, no gauges, no roll cage, and no upgradability. If you take the gauges version, you can upgrade it with the roll cage, and you can upgrade it with the wheels, right? But it's 100%. This one is $990, $990 only for me, just to say I will fulfill my promise of releasing a $990 40/40 membrane in 2019. So you can get it at the launch. This price is just for the launch to, through Black Friday 2019. Okay, like we're really excited about this. The Flow Blue range, and we're going to show you another one later on as well, which is the Dual RO. So we'll show you that separately. You'll be able to find it at youtube.com/future of cleaning, or find me on Facebook at my wall, which is facebook.com/perry.tate, or jump and find us on Instagram, reach at Window Cleaning Tools. Wherever you go to find us, you'll find all the information. We try and deliver you more information than anybody else, so that you can be cleaning windows faster, better, safer.